rousing track, that, isn't it, eh?
Well, it was when you were singing it in the studio, you know. I mean, it's even old Pats are running around, you know. Yeah, so here I go again from the Hollies, of course. Now, the Sunday nights here on CRMK, it's 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock through to 11 o'clock, I should say. We have, just let me check that.
Sunday night?
It is, yes. It's 10 o'clock through until 11 o'clock on Sunday night. It's the Invisible Folk Club.
Oh,
now, then, John and Steve at the Invisible Folk Club are inviting you to submit a Christmas song or poem for inclusion in a one-off Christmas special podcast. And, of course, in our Sunday evening radio shows, they say. It must be on another one as well, so there we go. Anyway, your piece can be newly written or an old favourite. It can refer to Christmas directly or from a distance. It can be Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Hindu, Buddhist or pagan, about family, weather, isolation, supermarket playlists or the birth of a saviour. Anything you like, so long as it gets past the editors for being about this time of the year. So you record your own song or your poem, and it's easier than you might think. For instance, most phones have a recording facility, including a short spoken introduction, like you would if you were performing it, or just send us the song if you prefer. Please email your material to, here we go, the Invisible Folk Club, which is all one word, invisiblefolkclub@btinternet.com. That's Invisible Folk Club, one word, at btinternet.com, and the producer, Steve Yarwood, will gather up and do the necessary, and any inquiries can go that way as well. We need your submissions by the 10th of December for a podcast launch on the 20th. Early submissions obviously will stand an increased chance of being included in our December radio shows. These go out on CRMK at 10 o'clock on Sunday evenings and are available afterwards via Mixcloud, and of course you get listening instructions on their website. So there you are. Get writing, get recording, all styles, all points of views. Be positive and do no harm. Let's leave the world a better place than we found it this Christmas. So that's a little what do you call it, little
promo.
Yeah, it's a promo for the Invisible Folk Club, who want you to write the song for Christmas, which they will include. A brilliant idea, I think.
Sounds good.
You know, so yeah, that's well done, Steve, and that a really, really good idea.
Johnny Kidd and the Pirates. Yeah.
Was that Johnny Kidd and the Pirates?
I believe so.
Oh, right. If you say so.
I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong.
I will, indeed. But it was Johnny Kidd and the Pirates.
Yeah, a lot of fireworks this week.
No.
We've got the fireworks, yeah. Sunday, we've got the Olney one, we've got the Newport Pagnell fireworks, and also the big one at Milton Keynes.
Well,
Campbell Park, is it?
Yeah, Campbell Park. That's on Sunday, though, and so is...
They're all Sunday, aren't they?
No. Newport Pagnell's on tonight.
Oh, it's tonight.
You didn't listen to me, did you?
I thought you said it was on Sunday.
No.
No, I did. Yes, I did. We were talking about something else for Sunday.
No. It is on Sunday. It is
Tonight.
Tonight, yeah. The main one in Milton Keynes is on Sunday. And if you're going to go to that, be very careful because they do close a lot of the roads off. And not only that, and I'll give you a fair warning now, because if you do get caught, it's your fault. All right? We have warned you. You will be warned as well as you approach into Milton Keynes, because there are a lot of signs up which say do not park on the grass verges, and they try as far as they can to put tape and all the rest of it, but people ignore it. They jump out, they pull the tape down, they go and park on the grass verge, they walk up, they see the fireworks, they come back, and there's a ticket slapped on their car for a £45 parking charge. So I'm sorry, if you are coming to Milton Keynes on Sunday to watch the fireworks, then go to a recognised car parking space. And you won't get into trouble.
Or walk. If you're able to.
If you're coming from Wellingborough, you're not going to walk from Wellingborough, or even Olney and things like that. But it is actually, and I know a lot of people do it, they park off on the estates around the centre of Milton Keynes, and then they just walk across the canal and that sort of thing. It's quite a pleasant walk as well on the Redways. Very safe as well. And... you could watch the fireworks, but as I said, be very, very careful, because if you see notices which says don't park on the verges, then don't park on the verges.
They normally put tapes up, don't they, on the...
Well, they do, but again, and I've
people
seen
drive
it,
under them,
they stop there, and then some little kid jumps out and takes the tape down, and they then drive across and park on the verge, and then of course one person sees that somebody's parked there, we'll park there as well, and the next thing you know, you've got 200 cars parked on the verge, and Milton Keynes Council love it. They really do, because along comes the parking man, and his machine almost melts, because they bang out the tickets, and well, there you go. But so be warned. That's all I can say. We've talked about parking illegal and cowboy parking companies and all this sort of thing, but and Bob and I both had issues on it, and I've took a company to court and got away with it, but I didn't get away with it. I just won my case, which was quite true. But you're not going to have a leg to stand on if you get a ticket because you parked on the grass.
It's your own fault, isn't it?
So yeah. So
be sensible.
No sympathy from me whatsoever if you do get caught.
What should I write?
Oh, Carole King. I hope it don't rain until September, because we've got a long way to go.
How can I tell you how much I miss you? The weather here has been as nice as it can be, although it doesn't really matter much to me. For all the fun I'll have while you're so far away, it might as well rain until September. I don't need sunny skies for things I have to do, 'cause I stay home the whole day long and think of you. As far as I'm concerned, each day's a rainy day, so it might as well rain until September. My friends look forward to their picnics on the beach. Yes, everybody loves the summertime. Oh, but you know, darling, while your arms are out of reach, the summer isn't any friend of mine. It doesn't matter whether skies are gray or blue. It's raining in my heart 'cause I can't be with you. I'm only living for the day you're home to stay, so it might as well rain until September.
You know, I think that, to me, that's one of Carole King's best. I mean, I love Carole King's stuff. I mean, she did, of course, Tapestry, which was a classic album, but I think this track, It Might As Well Rain Until September, beats all of them.
I agree with you entirely there, actually, you know, but it's just one of those things, I suppose, that I don't really like the bit of it, you know, because It Might As Well Rain Until September. I mean, it's a bit horrible, isn't it?
Oh, the title?
Yeah, you know, I mean,
it's timeless, but it's probably going to happen.
Well, it is timeless, but as you say, you know, it's. Let me see. I'm trying to find out a little bit about Mr. Simpson's Little Consort, which we're going to be talking about. Mr. Simpson's Little Consort.
Consort?
That's what I said. Are you not listening?
I'm just clarifying what you said.
No. This is Milton Keynes.
Trying to get my head around what it's all about.
Well, we're going to find out a little later on in the show what it's all about.
Okay.
But I was going to give you a little bit of what you call it? I don't know what the right word is.
A rundown. Preview.
A little bit of a rundown on it, you know. But yeah. Let me see.
Well, you sort that out. Do you want to know what song?
Yes.
Are you into sort of? Well, your wife would like this. MK Handmade and Vintage Winter Extravaganza in front of John Lewis's at what used to be called Middleton Hall. Is it not called that anymore? That's tomorrow and Sunday at Central Milton Keynes from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. on Saturday, 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. Sunday. A huge treasure trove of 128 indoor market stalls, all hosting hand-picked exhibitors. It's a paradise for lovers of the unique and unusual, crammed with an eclectic mix of thousands of high-quality handcrafted and vintage, retro and antique bargains. I might go up there myself. Every item is a one-off. No retail items are permitted, making it a perfect alternative to high street shopping. To whet your appetite for November, there will be weird and wonderful interior design pieces, fresh from the brocants of Europe, restored and jukeboxes and record players, vintage clothing, unusual jewellery, dressmakers, milliners, our own tailor, original art, handmade bears, quirky upcycled lamps, natural luxury skincare, vintage fabrics, collectibles, blah 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 blah, so on and so forth, and furniture. Customers are invited to commission bespoke items for the extra special gift. But it costs a few bob too.
Yeah, the only trouble is that my dear lady wife has unfortunately broke her ankle about it must be 5 weeks ago now, you know, but she went to the fracture clinic bloke on Tuesday, and he said, no, there's nothing we can do about it, love, you know, just do this pain take thing, you know, it's a clean break, you know, and there's nothing we can do medically for it, you know?
I think there's a lot to say for that, actually, that self-healing.
But he was, providing, you know, it's going to heal in the right place, you know. Yeah. But he, yes, because another friend of mine recently fell over and broke 4 ribs, and they haven't even strapped him up, you know, they've just left him, you know.
No barbecue sauce?